Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 11th lecture of Unit 2, and in this lecture we will discuss the concept of number representation in computer. In the last lecture I talked about data types in C, and I have also told you that from the next class onwards we are going to discuss each basic data type one by one. But to understand the basic data type properly, we need to understand how the number get represented in computer. That's why I am attaching another series of lecture where I am going to explain how to represent the numbers in a computer. So there are three ways you can represent a number in a computer. So those are called sign magnitude representation, ones complement representation, and twos complement representation. This lecture particularly dedicated to the discussion of sign magnitude representation. So let's begin. So generally numbers are of two types, that is positive and negative number. Till now we never talked about your negative numbers. We always think about that number is positive. So if the number is positive and you want to store it in a particular space in the memory, then the simple concept is you have to convert the number into its decimal equivalent and store it in the memory system. Okay, now let us take an example. Here one new things you are going to learn. Suppose you want to store plus 25 in 8-bit word. So the new term here is word. So what is a word? Generally speaking, whenever you are given with a memory, the memory is divided into number of slots. Okay, so suppose this is the primary memory given to you. So then the memory is divided into number of slots. Okay, or we can say number of blocks. Okay, so this block is actually representing representing one word. So let's say this is one word. The width of this block is representing one word. So word value can be sometimes it will be 2-byte word, sometimes the word value will be 1-byte word. Sorry, this will be 1-byte word. If it is 2-byte means you can store 16-bit of information in that particular block. Okay, similarly if it is a 1-byte word, then you can store 8-bit of information in that particular block. But remember, in a single memory the word size is not different, always the word size is same. Okay, so now the question is given is that suppose we want to store plus 25 in 8-bit word. That means the word size of that particular memory system in our computer is 8-bit. Okay, now how to represent 25? So to represent 25, the simplest concept is it is positive number. So the simplest concept is we will convert 25 into its binary equivalent. So what is the binary equivalent of 25? So we know the formula 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So by using this formula we can find out the binary equivalent of 25. So 16 plus 8 is 24. So 1, 1, 24 plus 1 is 25. So 1. The remaining bit will be 0. So the binary equivalent of 25 will be 11001. Okay, so I have also written over here 25 binary is 11001. Now I want to store this value in where I want to store it in 8-bit word. Now assume that your memory here represents number of blocks and each block represents one word and our word size given is 8-bit. Now how to represent this 5-digit in this 8-bit word? So it will be represented something like this. So the last 5 blocks or the last 5 boxes will represent this 5 number. So this will be 1 1 0 0 1. Okay, so this is how 25 get represented over here, and the remaining boxes that is empty should be filled with 0 0 0. Okay, so this is how you are going to represent plus 25 in 8-bit word. Now consider a negative number. So the question is if you want to store a negative 25, we know that 25 in binary is 11001. So this is the binary conversion of 25 we have already discussed. But what about this negative number? So whenever I want to store the 25, I can store it like this: 1 1 0 0 1, and the remaining bit I told you that it should be 0. So what about this negative? How a computer will differentiate between the negative number and positive number? Okay, so that's why it is required that we should make computer understand that which one is a positive number, which one is a negative number. So to do that, there is a solution has been found out. So there are three ways to represent the negative number. So those are called sign magnitude representation, the first one, and the second one is called the ones complement representation, and the third one is your twos complement representation. So let's the discussion of sign magnitude representation. So in sign magnitude representation, what will happen? Generally, we are going to the word size is already known to us. Okay, so then what we are going to do is the leftmost bit will be represented as the sign bit. Now you see, suppose this is a 8-bit word given to you: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8-bit word is given to you. Okay, now we are in sign magnitude representation. What we are going to do is the leftmost bit, that means this bit which is represented in purple color, will be treated as your sign bit. Okay, and the remaining bit you can see here, that 7-bit will be represented as the magnitude. So what do you mean by magnitude? Magnitude means it is the binary equivalent of the given number. Suppose you want to suppose somebody will ask you represent 25 in 8-bit word. Represent plus 25, obviously, because sign is not mentioned. So if you want to store plus 25 in 8-bit word, so you know that plus 25 is 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. Okay, so you just represent this value at the magnitude place, and sign bit must be depending upon the positive or negativity. So first of all, let me tell you that sign bit will be 0 if the number is positive, and sign bit will be 1 if the number is negative. Now got the concept? So in sign magnitude representation, I am repeating, in sign magnitude representation, if the word size is given, then the first box, or we can say the leftmost bit, will represent the sign bit, and the remaining bit is representing the magnitude. Magnitude is nothing but the binary equivalent of the given number. Sign bit can be 0 or 1. If it is 0, then it is positive. If it is 1, it is negative. Okay, so now let's begin. Suppose I want to store plus 5 in 4-bit word. So what will happen? So if I want to store plus 5 in 4-bit word, suppose the 4-bit word is given. So we know that this is the sign bit and this will be the magnitude. So I want to represent plus 5. So you have to convert 5 into its binary equivalent. So the binary equivalent of 5 is 101. I don't want to discuss how it is come. You know all these things. So suppose 5 is 101. So what I will do? I will put 101 over here, and as it is a positive number, so I will put the sign bit as 0. Okay. Similarly, suppose a 5-bit word is given where this is the sign bit and this is the magnitude, and you want to store plus 5, then we know that the binary equivalent of plus 5 is 101. So what will happen? I will put 101 over here, and for the sign bit I will put 0 here, and what this blank box will contain? It will obviously contain 0. Okay, this is how you are going to represent the positive number. Now let us understand how the negative number is getting represented. Suppose the given word size is 4-bit, and here this represents the sign bit and this represents the magnitude. Now we know that the binary equivalent of 5 is 101. So what we will do? We will put 101 over here, and for the negative number we have to put the sign bit as 1. Okay, similarly, if a 5-bit word is given and you are asked to represent -5, then we know that the binary equivalent of 5 is 101. So I'll put 101 over here, and the sign bit will be, because it is negative number, so you have to put 1. Now the 1 box is left where no value is there, so you have to put 0 over here. Okay, so this is how you are going to represent a negative number in your computer. Now let us understand a interesting fact about your sign magnitude representation. So let us, the given word size is 4-bit. Okay, so suppose the word size is 4-bit, Now I am trying to represent how many number can be represented in that particular 4 bit. Let's say if it is a 4 bit, the first bit is representing the sign bit and the remaining bit represent the magnitude. Now suppose in the magnitude field I will put all zeros. Then what does it represent? It represents positive 0 because this represents the sign bit and the remaining bits represent the magnitude. So the decimal equivalent of 000 is 0. So that's why this is the representation of plus 0. Similarly, if I'll put 1 here, this is the representation of plus 1. Sign bit is 0. So again 0 1 0 means this represents 2 and sign bit is 0, that means it is plus 2. Similarly for plus 3 this will be 0 1 1, sign bit is 0, and for 1 0 0 the sign bit is 0, then the value will be plus 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is how you are going to represent. Now can you represent plus 8? No. Why you cannot represent plus 8 in this particular bit? Because only there are 3 bit is used in a 4 bit word. Only 3 bit is allowed to store the magnitude. But if you want to represent 8 in binary form, this will be 1 0 0 0. So that means this is 4 bit is required. 4 bit is required to store 8. But our word size is itself 4 bit. And from that word size, 1 bit is already reserved for representing the positive number or negative number. That's why plus 8 cannot be represented in our case. Now, if I will make all these zeros to 1, what will happen? Automatically these numbers becomes negative numbers. So here I am showing that one. Suppose I will put all 1 over in the sign bit, then the remaining bits are same. Then this plus 0 becomes minus 0. This plus 1 becomes minus 1. This plus 2 becomes minus 2 and so on. That means you can say the range for this sign magnitude representation in a 4 bit word size. 4 bit word size, what is the range? The range is plus 7 to minus 7. That means the first number should be plus 7, or we can say something like this. This is 0, this is minus 7, this is plus 7. So total this number of value can be represented in your sign magnitude representation. Now let us summarize the content. So from the above discussion, what we have found, from 4 bit, 3 bit is used to store the magnitude. As I have already told you, 3 bit is used to store the magnitude. So with 3 bit we can represent 2 to the power 3, that is 8 different numbers. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 different number we can represent. So what are those numbers? That will be from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1, so which is shown over here. Hence in our example, the range of the number that can be represented with 4 bit is minus 7 to plus 7, as I have already discussed. So this will be the lowest number will be minus 7 and the highest number will be plus 7. Okay, so let in general, suppose a n bit number is given to you. Suppose somebody will ask you in n bit word, how much, what is the range of the number you can represent in a sign magnitude representation. So the formula is minus 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1 to plus 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1. Okay, you just test it for 5 bit. Suppose a 5 bit word is given and you are asked to find out the range of that number, then you can easily find out by the help of this formula. Okay, so the disadvantage over here is you can see that there will be a number representation for plus 0 as well as minus 0. But in general, there is no concept called plus 0 and minus 0. 0 is 0, so that cannot be minus 0 or plus 0. But for sign magnitude representation, the concept is showing that there are two representation for plus 0 this is 0 0 0 0, but for minus 0 it is 1 0 0 0, which is not is actually used in our day-to-day life. That's why this is the disadvantage of the sign magnitude representation. Now that's all for today's class. Thanks for listening. I am giving you a homework over here. Using sign magnitude representation, try to represent minus 75 in 16-bit word. So what is this? How did you do that? You have to first draw a box, okay, with 16 boxes, right? You have to represent it with 16 boxes. Then you have to convert the 75 into its corresponding binary. Okay, so after you convert the 75 into binary, then this part will be, as it is a negative number, the leftmost bit will be 1, and the remaining bit you have to represent with its binary equivalent. maybe all the boxes will not filled up. You should fill the boxes from the right, and whatever boxes left, that will be filled with zeros. Okay, so try to do this homework, and send the result in the comment section. That's all for today's class. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.